Hey guys, welcome back to another video. On today's Cop or Drop video, we are going to be talking about the brand new 350 version 2. Let's call them the Pirate Blacks. I'm here with a special guest from, oh sorry, I got something in my nose. Yeezy AU.
Hey guys, my name's Oliver. I'm admin of Yeezy AU. Basically a Facebook group about all things Yeezy for Australia. Buy, sell, trade, pretty much anything. So I'm down in Melbourne for a couple of days, so I thought I'd make a video with Hao about the new drop while I was here.
And the good thing about it, I plug these guys all the fucking time because every single time I cop a Yeezy, it's through these guys. All the information that you guys need to know. Don't forget to check out their Facebook group. It's on his t-shirt. It's pretty simple. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button is just down there. Smash that bell button. The bell, I don't even know how to do a bell with my hand. Let's try to.
You can do it.
Like, yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Smash that bell button, notifies you whenever we release brand new videos. And yes, we release videos every single day. Comes from content like this, vlogs, a whole bunch of other stuff. If you enjoyed this video, go ham on that like button so we know that you enjoyed this video. Type anything you want to know down in the comments below. Don't forget to join that Facebook group one more time. Let's start this video. The first thing we notice about this shoe, there's a heap of difference compared to the normal V2s 350 that came out previously. Number one on the list is the sizing tag. Tell them.
The size tag that's on the inside of this has changed so much compared to, I guess, previous V2s, like including the black and whites and the 3 colorways that dropped, even for belugas. We've noticed a huge change since the V1s especially. Going through it, there's lots and lots of things that have changed, like the font, the size, the actual Adidas logo on the inside, which is a huge way that me personally, I do my legit checking for pairs.
So we've got a pair of these and we're gonna compare this sizing tag to these ones. And I'm gonna tell you the difference between the sizing tag. No, personally, I'm not gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you. He is the king of legit checks. So tell him what's different to these sizing tags.
So a huge difference is that inside there's actually 2 sections where it says APE and ART on these guys. A huge difference now is that the APE is gone and it just says ART, like the word art. A huge thing also that's changed is the actual manufacturer's date, which for these is the 11th of the 16th, so that would be November last year. It's actually quite more bold and a bit of a different section towards the beluga pair that we've got here. Big difference in terms of its spacing, its size, and I guess the color of it. It's a lot more bold on this pair than this pair. So big ups to Adidas, I guess, for changing things, ensuring that there's a good quality control for, fakes that are gonna be coming out. A lot of them will probably be copying this model, or especially even the black and whites that did come out.
What I noticed about it as well is that the font is different. The font's more of I would say like italic, like skinnier.
Yeah, definitely italic.
Italica there, that's the new word. That's the word that I'm gonna make up right now. The next thing that is a massive difference between these V2s and all the other V2s is obviously this thing right here, this pull tab. Honestly, my personal opinion, I don't know why it's on this. I don't see the point of it.
Personally, I really like it. I think it adds a little bit more aesthetic to the shoe. Especially with such a, I guess, a plain upper and just a very simple, 350 just on the side. I really like the fact that there's the pull tab at the back. Adds a little bit more depth of character to the shoe and kind of brings it back to its original roots with the V1s, especially with the 2 versions of Pirate Blacks, your TDs, your Moon Rocks, your Tans. Really brings it back to that. However, though, the back tab has changed quite a bit. I guess the actual back tab has actually become a bit more fatter at the back, and actually kind of the width of it is a lot wider. It seems like there's the same amount of dots and it kind of appears to look the same way. There's some minor differences. There's no more gray stitching. It looks a lot cleaner and the actual dots themselves look a little bit more bold and brighter red.
Round.
And they're a bit more round and a little bit more defined, I guess, than even the V2 Pirate Blacks, where they changed a lot of the things and I guess upgraded some components inside the shoe.
Another thing that me and Oliver have noticed is that the finish on the Prime Net is absolutely different. Not a major difference, but you can tell that the finish on this is, I would say, the quality control is better. It's softer. It just feels like it's made properly and there's $340 odd invested in this Prime Net.
Even though the price did go up when V2s came out, a lot of people were questioning that and a lot of people actually asked me what I thought. I wasn't that bothered by it. Going up by $80 compared to the last release I guess in terms of, the quality control that's going into it, you're getting further prime, you're getting a lot more out of the shoe. Of course, you're getting that more comfort and the cushioning inside and, at the toe box. And in my opinion, I've already worn my pair, improved boost, it feels a lot more comfortable compared to the V1s as well. I guess on your foot, when you are walking around and you are wearing it, it does feel, more snug and a lot more comfortable, which is why you'll find that for sizing on these guys, you'll probably want to go at least maybe half up or maybe even a full size up, just depending on how your foot is. Go with your Ultra Boost size. Especially some of the older Ultra Boosts like the Creams and the OG. Probably go for the same sizing as that, just so you have a comfortable fit. However, just informing you guys, my Belugas, which I've had since release date, I have found have actually stretched out. And they are a size 12. I do have some size 12 and a halves in these, but I do find that the Prime Knit does stretch out over time. So don't feel stressed if you feel like it is a bit tight around the toe. It will stretch out after a couple of wears.
For me, personally, I'm a size 7 in the version 1s, and these are a size 8, and I still feel like they're too small. I could probably go an 8.5 or even a 9. So it's a bit of an opposite thing of what Oliver's saying. It's just, honestly, if you guys are gonna buy for resale and you guys haven't had a pair prior, try on a friend's pair before purchasing, because you don't wanna buy it and get stuck with something you cannot wear at all. Next on the list, as you guys know, part of this, I love pulling out the inner sole. A lot of people don't pull out the inner sole of their shoes. I don't know why. Same zero technology. I understand. Put something in it. Put I don't know, put with Nike, put a fucking Zoom pod in it or something.
But they are updating it. They're putting boost in some of the new ones. The new cleats that are coming out are actually gonna have a boost sole. I know a lot of people will probably buy that just for actually the insole. I know I'm gonna do that. But actually on topic of the insole, and I guess a good way of, legit checking your pair, and I guess another difference between especially the V1s and the V2, and we've also got another pair of V2s that we'll show you now as well, on a Beluga pair, and also on a black and white, is that on the new guys, is that it's a lot more defined, and it seems to be there's actually more improvement to, a lot of the padding that's inside the actual shoe. I did find actually when I did put it on foot, it did feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't know if it's because I haven't had a DS pair on in a little while, but I did feel quite a big difference in comfort when I did put my foot down and when I was taking steps today.
Those little dots, I just feel like they cleaned the machine and just made it better.
Yeah.
It's you know what, we're gonna use a brand new machine for this, and it just looks cleaner. It looks well made rather than, yeah, that makes sense. Trust me, it makes sense to me.
As well as talking about this comfortability before, especially with the insole, even though it's not a major difference, we're not 100% sure, but it feels like the cushioning, it's actually at the back of the shoe, around where the heel tab is, and around especially where the S is. And if you've actually got another pair, you can actually see that they're introverted on both sides. They actually go backwards on both pairs now. It's changed as well. Around about, I guess on this pair, the O, and on this pair, the S, it actually feels like there is actually a bit more cushioning at that back, on your heel. Can't be too sure. We've compared it with a few others. Not sure if it's just because it's a new pair or where there's bias because they're brand new. But I do believe that there's a little bit more cushioning in these ones. They just feel a little bit more airy. I don't think there's any extra padding themselves, but I think they may have improved it just that little bit.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like the quality control on these are much better through the things that we've said, but no lie, as soon as I pulled this out of the box, I could tell there's fucking glue everywhere on the sole, the upper sole, onto the Prime Knit. On the back heel tab, everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere.
However, with my pair, I got especially quite lucky. I don't actually have that many defects. A little bit of glue here and there. It is a mass-produced black shoe, so I guess you can expect a few glue stains. Comparing my pair to and especially Philly's pair, Philly had a few extra defects that we saw. There's a little glue stain at the back of her 3 stripes here, which are actually 3M on this shoe. There's a little glue stain there. There appears to be a few pellets missing out of the boost, which I have experienced before with some of my shoes. It does happen over time. It does happen with these ones after you wear them a little bit. I find especially after giving these a bit of a clean that sometimes if you go a little bit too hard with a bit of a thick brush, you can actually sometimes take away some of that boost.
Do you feel, bro, that it's getting harder and harder for these shoes to become perfect, as in the quality control is getting better and worse?
Definitely getting better.
And that means the fakes you can't, like, just say if there's a hole in the boost, right?
Yeah.
You can't say that's fake because there's a hole in the boost because a lot of
Of course not.
Yeah.
You know, factory defects do happen. You know, I guess also with, you know, fake pairs that get somewhat, I guess, made in the same factory, the same circumstance. I know especially on Philly's pair, which I believe is a 4.5.
5.
It was actually a 5. You know, there's quite a big of a difference in the boost of that on each side. The positioning of where the pellets are and kind of like little rivets. We'll show some footage now, but there's like little rivets that are actually on the boost. You know, on every pair that I do see, it's very hard because it's different every time. I don't usually use it as a legit check method. A lot of people do. In hand, it is a lot easier to tell if boost is real or fake, obviously by like, you know, touch, you know, feel of it. Is it, you know, able to be pushed in? Does it feel comfortable? As well as sometimes the finish is a little bit too shiny on some of the fake pairs.
So these were actually made last year in November. And then the 3 colorways came out when?
3 colorways came out, I don't know the exact date, but it was a little while ago now. But what's actually funny is that the 3 colorways were actually made after the black and whites. So I don't know what Adidas was doing there, whether they switched up the release method on us to kind of, I guess, scare off some fake companies or throw some false info to a few plugs or whatnot.
All right, enough about this shoe, and let's talk about the quantity of it actually.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were like, hey, this is gonna be really, really rare to get. Yes and no. The yes factor of it is that online they only had 140 or so pairs. I remember size 13 only had 2 pairs, size 4 only had like 2 or 3 pairs.
Very minimal amount of stock.
And that's throughout the whole Australia. In-store raffles, you probably had a better chance in-store copying. The funny thing is, all right, we lined up together and we both won a raffle at the same place. So think about it that way. The odds and chances of that is, I don't even know.
It's very minimal.
Very, very minimal. And it happened. It actually happened. Philly won her pair through a raffle as well. So think about that.
Definitely, I guess, in relationship to chance, at Adidas, it is a 1 in 12 chance that you will experience. A lot of people message me, they're like, do you have any idea on how many tickets they're gonna be? You know, if I get there at this time, how's it gonna go? Pretty much, you gotta be in it to win it, guys. Like, enter as much as you can, do as much as you can. You know, 4.5 hours is a long time. Lucky enough, I was with him and it was quite entertaining. I'd actually just gotten off my flight from Melbourne, and as you probably saw in the vlog that was a couple of days ago, that I actually had my bags with me. You know, I'm quite dedicated to be able to get these. I don't want to pay resale. It's been a long time since I've had to, so I'm quite blessed for that.
Yes, this is a fucking Pikachu fucking mug.
I want it.
Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It looks like my fist with my thumb up. Pretty self-explanatory on that one. Smash that subscribe button, which is just below. Bell button notifies you every single time we release videos. Hope you guys enjoy this. You guys will see Oliver so much more. That's not even a fucking English word. What the hell is wrong with me? You guys will see him more on this channel. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, peace, subscribe, share, do all your things you gotta do.
Don't forget to check out Yeezy on Facebook.
That's a shameless plug. Shameless plug.
What can I do?